Good morning. Starting the new day from Hotel Gudsu, we had a good breakfast with noodles, bread, Kashmiri bread, and omelette. And then we checked out from hotel and we are traveling to Gulmarg. Gulmarg is around 2 hours distance from Srinagar. We started around 9:30 and we had gondola ride ticket booked at 11:15 for the first phase. Though the timing does not matter, but we had to reach by 11, so we were on time and we started the journey, and it was beautiful, green mountains all around, and it was a sunny day. So we had a good travel to Gulmarg, and once we reached Gulmarg, we did not check into the hotel. We directly went to the gondola ride station, and there was a long queue. We were waiting in line for the both the phases, first phase and second phase. To mention that all the tickets has to be pre-booked. There is a site for gondola ride booking, and it opens for around 5 to 10 minutes, and within that all the tickets are booked. So the date is given from which date to which date it will allow the booking. You have to stay tuned to the site and check so that you can get the book ticket. Last time we did not get the book ticket, but this time from Kolkata only we booked the tickets, and we got the gondola ticket for phase 1 and phase 2. So then after waiting in line for around an hour or so, we got the gondola ride, and there was two gondolas. In one gondola only four people are allowed, and one kid. So we four, and Minnie was with us, and this is the travel to the first phase. Since it is the month of May, so all the ice have melt in the first phase. Otherwise, if you go in the month of April, you will get snow in the first phase only. So it was a very good ride. It was a little scary when you were scared, but we enjoyed the ride, and the speed was quite slow, but the height was quite up, and so it was little bit scary for the child. And then we reached the first phase gondola. This is the phase 1, where we saw only trees, and there were restaurants, there were restrooms, and there was a big line for phase 2. There were many people who did not get the ticket to phase 2. Only phase 1 they got, but we luckily had both the phases ticket. For phase 1 there is a lot of gondolas, but for phase 2 there are limited cable cars which were going. So this is the full view from the phase 1, where we could see ice on the mountains little away from us, and on the base we did not have any snow. So here also we had to wait in line for around an hour. It was sunny, quite hot, but it was pleasant because there was a cold wind blowing. We are waiting in line, and the beautiful snowy peaks behind. There is a lot of refreshment here. You can have many water, snacks, items are sold by the local Kashmiri people, and the view is really very beautiful. You can enjoy the view. In the winters these places are totally covered with snow, Even month of April, the phase 1 is covered with snow. But as the summer begins in the month of May, June, mostly the ice melts and you can only see green grass and the trees. You can see the beautiful lushy green meadow and the white snowy peaks. It was a little tiring, but it was also very enthusiastic to be able to take the gondola ride. And to mention that these rides are totally safe, so you don't need to bother, and here you will not have any oxygen deficiency or any sort of breathing trouble unless and until you physically have any difficulty related to height. And the temperature here is also moderate. It's not very cold, so elderly people will not have any issues. Some of the view from the phase 1. Now we are traveling to the phase 2 gondola. The phase 2 is totally covered with snow, and to mention that phase 2 is pretty cold. There is a heavy wind blowing, so you should have a proper jacket, cold jacket to cater the cold wind, and you should have something to cover your head and ears so that the windy air does not affect you. But the phase 2 is pretty cold because it's totally covered with snow, and you should have proper boots for standing on the snow, otherwise there's a high probability of slipping. And in the phase 2 basically it's a little bit muddy also because the snow melts and the mountains becomes little clayey, so you should have proper boots. So we are traveling to the phase 2 gondola and we are rising up the hill, and it's all covered with snow. We were very happy, but it was also little scary for my mother and my niece. My mother was 75 and my niece is 10 plus, and they were feeling very cold because in the phase 2 it's around 15,000 feet and it's pretty cold, windy. My mother was shivering in cold, and the weather changes anytime. Since it was very sunny, so we did not have any problem as such, but suddenly there was a technical issue in the gondola for the phase 2 and the gondola was stopped for 2 hours. Luckily we reached, and then another gondola came and then it stopped totally for 2 hours. And here the weather was sunny, but after an hour or so the weather changed and the sun was little less fiercely, and that is why the wind was making a difference. Here we took a sledge ride and went to the last of the mountains where we could see the LOC. It was all covered with snow. My mother could hardly stand on the snow, so I just made her sit on a rock, and there were different type of, on that height also people were the Kashmirians were selling coffee and Maggie. So there 10 rupees coffee was around 100 rupees, but in that cold and windy weather, that Maggie was really very yummy. My sister and my niece was sitting on the rock, and we went little sideways to the mountains to see the entire 360-degree view of the snowy peaks. You can see that the mountain at the end of this picture is actually the part of Pakistan. So we were at the LOC border basically, and it was all around covered with snow. We did some photo sessions, and it was a picturesque area where it was really difficult to actually stop taking pictures. So I was continuously making videos and taking pictures because it was really very beautiful. Everyone should visit when once they go to Kashmir. But make sure that you make a pre-booking from the site. The link will be shared in my description. Please check that. And these tickets are very less in number, and only the availability is for 5 to 10 minutes, not more than that. So please make plans to sit. Like if it is starting from 4 o'clock, then please start checking the site from 3:50 so that you can book the ticket. These are some of the photo session pictures. It was a picturesque moment. The shadow of the cloud is falling on the mountain, and here the weather changes anytime. It is sunny and suddenly a bunch of cloud will come, and it will uh, cover the sun and it will become windy. So from the top of the gondola, there was we came down around 100 to 200 meters, and there was a Indian army base there, and a camp, and there was a photo session done on that. So this is from the base of the gondola, phase 2. This is marked as the end of India, and then it starts Pakistan. So we took some pictures here. There you can see up is the gondola phase 2 cable car zone. The green one that you're seeing in the picture is the cable car departure section. Just see the beauty of the mountain, the shadow falling of the cloud falling on the mountains. Every side has a unique view. Now we have come up to the gondola departure section. There is a big queue now. Actually, due to some cable for dysfunctionality. The gondola was stopped for 2 hours, so all the people who had come to phase 2 were stuck and could not go down. So there was another big queue formed while returning, and here this queue was really difficult because that was around already around 4 p.m. and the sun, the scorching sun was down little bit, and the heat of the sun rays was not that fiercely at that time, and that is why the wind was feeling very chilling actually. And suddenly since the clouds came and covered the sun, so there was a cold air breeze basically came, and that was really shivering. So my mother started shivering, so I took her and came back to the phase 1 immediately, because that cold breeze was so fierce that she was and since she is old, she was shivering and feeling very bad. And since the gondola was stopped for few hours, there was a long queue and there was a lot of rush, and so we luckily took the permission when we came down. Now we are descending from the phase 1 also and coming to the base. So it was already around 5:30, and we were hungry. We only had Maggie for lunch in the phase 2 gondola. So now we had to rush to some restaurant for some refreshment. Posing in front of the gondola cable car. We are sitting on the gondola cable car. Then we went to Miaza Cafe outside the gondola station for some refreshment. Then we checked into our hotel. We reached our hotel in Gulmarg around 7:30. It is 7:30 p.m. but still there is light because this is north side and the sun sets around 8 p.m. So we have checked in to hotel Zagir Continental Gulmarg. So entering the hotel, this is the entrance. Wooden doors. This is the stairs to upstairs. This is the reception. Come drawing. Hi, bolo. Mama is waiting. This is the reception. TV, sofa. মা ওদিকে যখন উঠবে সাবধানে উঠবে, একটা নিচু আছে। Very beautifully decorated hotel. This is the dining room. Our room is in the first floor, 201, 202, 203 and 204. This is the stairs to It's our first floor. The beautiful view of the stairs. The sun is setting. It's a landscape view. And the first room in the corridor 201 is our room. Four rooms: 201, 202, 203, 204. This is 204 and this is 3. My room is 201 and this is the 202. From the 202 we have very good sunrise view, and from the 201 we have a good sunset view. We have a good washroom. This is the entrance, a wardrobe, a glass washroom, TV, double bed, heater is there, and the beautiful view, green. It's like garden, it's like a carpet. This is the sunset view. Beautiful view. Behind the snowy peaks, pine trees, and the sun setting, and the green meadow. তুমি খাচ্ছ? হাসো দেখি একটু। আচ্ছা,
মা নামলো?
হ্যাঁ, নেমেছি। Having dinner in hotel in Gulmarg. 9 p.m. 26th May 2024.